Hello there, survivors, and welcome back to ARK Survival Ascended. This is the base that I built on Monarky Thunderdome, the great survival collaboration series that I've spent the last few weeks on. And it's also my entry for the build competition that we have on there in week 5. Now, as of recording this video, I do not know whether this base won, but I just wanted to make sure that I had this video to look back on the base in its full glory before it's too late and it's over or it gets destroyed. So yeah, today we're going to take a look around the entire base, the old factory, the breeding grounds, the bio grinder side building, the greenhouse, the crane, the shipping containers, you name it. It's a pretty decently sized base. A lot of these builds already have tutorials up on my channel as well if you get inspired and you want to try some of these designs yourselves. And I can now speak from experience that especially the factory is actually a really good base build that has plenty of space for storage, crafting, some tames. It's been a really nice base to use as a survival base. So yeah, let's take a quick look around. So here we go. This is my base right now. I'm so happy with the way this turned out. It's been my main base for a long time. The main factory I built after like the first 3 days or something, which has served me very well since, because there's plenty of space on the inside. I've never really run into any problems with it, you know, running out of space or anything. So that has been really nice to experience. As I said, there is a tutorial for the whole factory up, but yeah, let's do a quick fly around. So this is the main factory. Then we have my bigger tame breeding ground inside here, which is where I bred all the carches, the gigas and everything. Then we have the gatehouse on the other side, the shipping containers. And yeah, that has been just kind of to keep it safe, but also allow people to still go around. Yeah, the container gates are a pretty nice way to have a creative gate entrance. And then here on the side, we do have the big crane, the later edition. But this was basically just added for the build competition. You can use it as a base. Might be a little bit tricky, of course, climbing up and down all the time, but it does look really cool. And you have the shipping container hanging from it as well, with a little bit of extra space, but mostly some really cool looks. And then of course the side building here with the greenhouse, the bio grinder, the water tower, everything on top. Yeah, really nice little addition. The side building is the only part that doesn't have a tutorial, but it's not that like crazy or special. It's just to have some more space. But yeah, this has been a really nice base to use on this season of Monarchy, and I'm really happy with the way it turned out. And yeah, there's something special about building it all completely in survival this time around. Of course, a lot more work involved getting the build done, but also it just means a lot more, and it's been really nice to spend a bunch of time here. So yeah, I just wanted to see and make sure that we remember this, because the season's almost over and hopefully we will not forget about this base. So yeah, we go. We have a little box out here that was used to drop some stuff off. We got the teleporter, the easy access point here, the big entrance. Got my gadgets to the side. That's where they usually are. This is where I've been farming them. And then you have the grinder behind them, so we can instantly use that to grind up loot that we don't want, drop off in the drop box. We have the forge up here as well. We've got different vaults for sorting all the loot they drop as well. Then we got more crafting here in this corner, like the mega lab and everything for the cars, and the garage here, of course, so we can build the car and then easily drive out of the factory as well, which of course has been an important part. And we used a lot of visual storage on this server, so yeah, this has all been used as kind of partly decorations as well. You know, have a lot of boxes and barrels around. The crafting has moved now into the middle here with the grinder and the smithy, because we have the big forge out here now to be way more productive and be a proper little factory. And then we have more of the visual storage. You can see it's running a little bit low now for the first time in a while because of all the recent additions to building. And then we have these docking bays for the dinos to get inside, and you can easily bring them in, and then there's the visual storage crane inside to unload them. And then we have the main gate here for the compound for the breeding grounds. But yeah, that has been pretty useful. Then we have the little hatching area here with the nanny as well. A little bit of extra storage, my gene stuff, all my cryo stuff, and the tames that I'm actually using. And then this one is more for babies, and then this is one of the vaults for my personal stuff if I don't want to lose it. If I go racing, for example, you know, want to keep them safe. I've got a few of those around. I think there's one over there as well. You know, just to make sure that I remember to drop off my good stuff before we go racing, just in case anything happens there. We got water everywhere as well, so we can drink. We got a nice little staircase, blending the factory skins and the wasteland skins, of course, which is a big theme in here. Then we got my lovely little bedroom, my nice little bed here, little cozy area to hang out. And then, of course, we have a little area on top here where I've now parked my flyers. We got a little bit of electricity up here and a statue. Normally I don't have this many dinos out. It's more to showcase and kind of bring life to the whole build, because of course to keep the leg down I usually cryo them. We got a bunch of boxes around. We got the chemistry bench stations here to you know, kind of decorate this side of the build. And I really like all these walkways, you know, being able to walk around everywhere and look down on the rest of the build has been really nice. My alarm system is here as well. This is the crane to unload the dinos. You can park them down there and you can easily and quickly unload them via the crane, so that's been really useful. And of course we've got plenty of shark suits around, because that is what this factory has been producing for all this time. And then we got a little kitchen area with a nice little area to hang out with my friends as well, although usually they just break inside. But yeah, that is it. And then we have this connection here to the side, which is where the tribe tower is. You have a room for gadgets down there. There are currently none, because I'm not really using them anymore. We kind of have enough to kind of keep going for the rest of the season. And then here you can reach the tribe tower itself. Of course, a big feature of the season, trying to decorate these tribe towers. And it's been a nice addition for a factory build, because it actually looks kind of like a Bernie factory tower here, a chimney. We got some of the artifacts up here. I don't think we're gonna win, but maybe soon we'll be able to add a prize, because maybe we win a race. That would be really nice. This is the main entrance here to the breeding grounds, I suppose. So we can enter this gate. Let's see, let's close this. And this is basically just a lot of space for all the breeding projects. We have nice fence lines here for the industrial terrain here. And then we've got a little small storage box to kind of decorate it. And then this is where I've been breeding most of the time. My Karchas and my Gigas were all in here. I could actually also fit them inside of the factory. That's how I grew the first ones, but just for more breeding, a little bit nicer to have more room. We got the shipping containers here with a bunch of boxes inside, and then another gate leading out to the other side of the build. So this is to continue in the rest of the city. People can actually still go around my base as well, which I really liked as well, and not really blocking anything off. Yeah, the shipping containers, just a nice little look, of course, and then a bunch of boxes inside to kind of just decorate it and bring it to life a little bit, because I didn't really need the space, but I do like the look of having a gate like this instead of just normal walls. I don't like normal walls, has to be a little bit more interesting than that. And of course, more shark suits, custom paint shark suits everywhere. And then, yeah. On top of there's a stego in the box as well. We got the Coets, the Shockjet one. It's a nice little fence to kind of just make sure that the whole industrial grounds are nice and safe, and hopefully don't spawn anything. For some reason, still things manage to spawn sometimes, but we take care of those. And then we have the crane here. The grounds underneath with the grabbers and everything, and the boxes just to kind of cut the support that we need. And then we have the crab here and the mantis kind of looking like they're moving some boxes around, which looks really nice. And then we got the electricity poles, which I really like as well, with the zip lines. We got the container, which is also being held up with the zip lines, or at least made to look like the zip lines are using as like cables, which is really nice. And the crane itself, of course, which is definitely a really cool statement piece for for a base. I really like the way it looks, and it adds a lot of character here to this industrial zone that I've created with Shark Industries here on Monarchy. And yeah, I did some painting. I don't know, you know, it's not really allowed because of lag reasons, but we'll get rid of it after the video and the competition is over. We'll unpaint it again. We got the greenhouse here, we got the water tower on top of here as well, kind of creating some nice details here. This was kind of like for the bio grinder, so they could get a lot of kibble quite easily. We got the safety inspector, not to grind, he's just here to keep an eye out. We've been grinding a lot of UTs because, of course, then we get the best kibble, really all we need. And yeah, some docking base to get inside again. There's a little shed here to the side that my friends are using if they want to craft some of the blueprints that we collected from drops. They're linked to those, and yeah, it's been pretty nice. Yeah, there we go, and this connects back up to the main factory, so you can easily get around, which has been really nice as well. And I've been really enjoying using this as my main base. I did design some of these builds, most of these builds, of course, before the season started, but bringing them together, building them in survival, and actually using them as a main base has been really insightful. I've really enjoyed using this factory base. As I said before, it's really been great. It had plenty of space. It didn't really ever run out of space. I could have probably fit the biogrinder inside. This is the location, if you're wondering. It's pretty nice. I picked this basically because it's in the sun, and that's on Extinction. It's pretty nice because then you can actually see your base properly in the light. Of course, there's a lot of storms and stuff that happens that will change the light, but when the light is right, you have some nice sun, and it brings some nice vibrance to it. But yeah, the crane definitely added a lot to this industrial zone, tying it all together. I really love how busy and alive it feels like. Yeah, an industrial zone should be, right? So yeah, it's been really fun creating this all in survival compared to what I usually do, of course, mostly building in creative. And yeah, it's been a great base to use. I've been very happy with this design. I hope you guys, of course, enjoyed seeing all this as well. I know the building videos have been a little bit slower because of this, but now that the season is almost over, expect normal building videos to return very soon as well. But it's been a very fun experience, and I definitely had a great time doing this a little bit more in survival. But I can't wait to get back in normal building habits again, with Trails launching as an official DLC soon. But yeah, this has been great. Yeah, we have been grinding a lot, of course, to get everything done on time here, you know, building it all up and adding all these details in. And I tried for this video also to get all my tames out there as extra life to the party, but there's cryo timers, cryo sickness, so I had to wait a long time to get all of them into position. But I think it has been turned into a very nice base. I've really enjoyed this. I hope you guys enjoyed seeing this and, you know, getting a little bit more of a survival perspective. And you can still build some really cool stuff in survival, even on some pretty low rates, because these rates on the server aren't that high. But luckily, the getchas carried me through. But it's been really enjoyable, as I said. I really love this base. A very fond memory of the base, of the season. And yeah, it's gonna be bittersweet, you know, saying goodbye to all this, but at least we'll have this video to remember it by, to look back at it all. And yeah, if you want to again build any of these buildings, most of them have tutorials available on my channel. You can check the playlist, or they're probably linked in this video somewhere as well. The factory, the crane, the shipping containers. Actually, only the side building doesn't have one, but it's pretty simple. It's not that crazy of a build. You can probably figure that one out as well if you want to really go for it. But yeah, it's been really enjoyable season, a really enjoyable base. And yeah, who knows, we might even win this build competition or not. It doesn't really matter that much. We had a lot of fun building this and working on this. I hope you had as well. If you did, of course, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and I hope to see you very, very soon with more builds and more videos.